Hello, hello, this is Kevin Resilient ME back in Beam.NG. Things may or may not look different today because I have a new monitor I'm using, a 16-inch OLED that's a 16 by 10 1800p monitor. That is too much for my computer with Beam.NG. So what we're doing here is I have dropped down to 1920 by 1200 1610. I have no idea what YouTube is going to do or say the resolution is of this video. This is the actual resolution. It's a notable hit to clarity for me. Not so much looking around the car, but in general. But still very much playable. So let's try this. I'm confident it'll be perfectly watchable. Much better than any stuttering or screen tearing that we would otherwise be suffering and have previously suffered with being a little arrogant with the settings. And we're going to see what we can accomplish. Seeing if there's any motion blur or anything we need to be turning off today. Really tempted to turn off detailed mirrors, but it hurts. It hurts, my man, because that's the main thing you lose is your car reflecting in the mirror. We can come back and turn that off if needed. I think my frame rate monitor is currently lying, but we'll know the second we're in motion. I know it's lying because we're not using 445 megabytes of video RAM in the game that's constantly maxing out my GPU. That is some bullshit. Let's try a different overlay real quick. The screen's gonna go black because I'm playing in a... I have to play full screen exclusive to lower the res. So, pardon my professionalism, lack thereof. Don't worry, I know how to run this software. Deny updating it, because that's what you do. Swap over the overlay to the other one, and we should be coming back to the game right now. We're also not getting 308 FPS. That's a lie in the other direction. That looks more reasonable. Well, that looks atrocious, actually. 33. Really? I dropped the resolution that much? Man, this game really wants me to get a new graphics card. And I should probably turn the mod cars off. Well, here, we're just gonna keep at it. I don't know why we spawned in this garage. We're in RLS career, but we don't actually own this garage. That bit there is new. Oh, that's a lag spike. I actually know what I want to do today, too. We're going to do a track lap, first of all. While I regain my recording bearings. I haven't been recording a couple weeks due to the same health issues I always go on about. Now, if you really must know, I got injured trying a new pillow. Because, yeah, serious neck injuries make you fragile. Yeah. That's all I really have to say about that. As always, if anyone's curious about my medical stuff, there's stuff on my channel homepage. Handbrake turn. So that was actually a drift. Why are we in this station wagon? That's what you ask. Why did this station wagon inspire me to come back to Beam.NG for recording? And the answer is due to a dumb comment I made in my previous episode that I actually was thinking on, and I'm like, was that dumb or was it an actual observation? We can test that. And said comment is that this old car has built-in stability control, something that stops it from oversteering. And what I implied in my previous video is that it was the weight of the vehicle. You know, it burns momentum so quickly once you start going sideways. Apparently we've started hot lapping officially. Cool. And no, on reflection, I don't think it has anything to do with the weight of the vehicle. What I think it is the bias ply tires. Trust me, I'm no car guy or mechanically minded person, but I've read a Wikipedia page or two on bias ply tires. And I've been curious why off-road vehicles and big trucks can sometimes still use bias ply tires as opposed to the newer radial technology that has been around, 50 years now? And my understanding of the difference between the tires is that bias plies stock, standard just rubber tires don't have sidewalls as you think of them. Or there's no structure to the sidewalls is probably the right way to say it. Which is why you have white wall tires and so on that... I'm making this up just looking at them and making an assumption here. But I think the white wall, the side of the tire, is a different material that has more structure. So that bias ply tires were kind of multi-material. Where the newer radial technology, it's all rubber, but they've changed it so that it has more structure on the side. Yeah, I obviously am ignorant of this topic, but... Point being, I think this car has a built-in stability control because the tires deform and the car kind of rocks into them. And that takes the energy out of the sideways movement that would have gone into oversteering, the back end coming out. I think that energy's being burnt off in the tires, which also takes the speed out of the car on the corners. You can feel the car lean, but it also has a bunch of body room. So I mean, we're not making any conclusions just hot lapping the car in one circumstance. We got to do some A/B comparisons here. And what I'm thinking is that we swap out some of those tires and see how that affects the handle of the car. And when I say some of those don't crash the car, I crash the car. When I say some of the tires, I mean we're only going to swap around one of the axles because I think that's funny. Why does the insurance always go down after I slam the car into something? Yeah, we need to get off the track now. We're going to head back to the garage because before we mess around with the tires and make all these conclusions and this and that, this thing needs more power. Because that may also just be why we're not oversteering, because the car is slow. So, we'll do that. We need to buy some of these other garages. RLS only starts you with a garage over here. And that's kind of annoying, because if I'm doing stuff with the track, I would appreciate owning another garage, but I don't know how to buy them. Yeah, I keep meaning to do some research of this mod pack between episodes, and it never ends up actually happening, despite having not recorded anything for weeks. Yay. I also believe you can travel to other maps. But again, don't ask me how to do that. Don't ask me what's actually there. They don't ask me anything, actually, 'cause I don't know. And yeah, this game's perfectly drivable, playable. quality-wise with the lower resolution. It seems to be scaling well. Yeah, no real shock. This is a small high-res monitor, so it kind of hides some imperfections. But also, I'm mostly just paying attention to movement when I'm playing a game like this. I'm not fixating on the quality of the fence posts or the gauge cluster as much. I probably should be spending a little more time looking at the gauge cluster, actually, but that's okay. It'll let me know if something goes wrong, I'm sure. I'm getting distracted. Yeah. First order of business, engine upgrades. Second order of business, reconfigure our expectations of the car with just that upgrade. And then the third order of business is decide which axle to swap around to radials and a better suspension. That's a cool truck. Yeah, well, Ferrari. That's a cool Pontiac Aztec. We stalled the car again. Yeah, speaking of which, part of the engine upgrades might be transmission upgrades. Because, yeah, this thing's got 200. Well, it had 200 horsepower last episode. I swear that line's under the 200 now. So good, we didn't damage the car enough to care. Yeah, this thing needs to be faster for me to actually be testing anything. But I don't think we're going to do any weight reduction to it. Yo, dog, put them things down. I can drive up on the back of that. Fine. Be not cool. Alright, we're not even getting 40 FPS at the lower resolution. Let's try turning that mirror setting down. I think this game's just being ornery today, because we're not even maxing out the video RAM. The lower res is helping with that. Let's see how much that gains us. Are you actually going to be at 60 just from turning the mirror down? No. It was a fake out. Yep, I was tricked. Bamboozled it even. Let's not rear into the police car. No. Don't do that. Yeah, fine. Stupid delayed graphics cards. I'm all ready to upgrade. No one's got anything to upgrade to. I'm just gonna say screw that. Because I have a doctor who wants to take on my medical case here and get me into a hospital. And the implications of that are many months without a desktop computer, recording capacity, and so on. So the absolute worst thing I could do is upgrade the graphics card and then get shipped off somewhere before I can pull the old one out of this computer and sell it. Because then I'm sitting on 2 depreciating pieces of hardware that aren't getting any use. So, nah. Not about that. Would it ruin that Ferrari if I called it a station wagon? I had a vinyl on its hood. You know, I'm enjoying Beam more at this resolution. The hell was that? Ain't none of my business. Yeah, it's your business. Yeah, I'm enjoying the higher frame rates right now. Not much, but it's enough. You better not be chasing me. Good. Did we stall again? No, we're good. H. Cobbler. Damn, that Ferrari needs to be chased. See that guy taking these bumps as jumps. What was I even? Oh yeah, I'm enjoying the game more. It's either the higher frame rate or the OLED response times. This is why I hate this garage. Oh, I hate this transmission too. Why is there a delay between when it switches gears? Yeah, would you believe it? The game's better when it's smooth and it actually working correctly. Get into that reverse gear, damn it. How much cash we got anyway? Let's hope we can actually afford the upgrades we want to do. I mean, I got 2K doing that lap at the track, so we're not broke. Can I upgrade without doing whatever repair that is? Apologies for the stomach noises. Don't know what to do about that. We do not want a warning reverse beeper. No beepers. Beepers, creepers. Tubular exhaust. Do anything for performance? I have no clue. Also, I don't know my carburetors. Huh. Well, I better hurry up and learn. That's awfully expensive for these other upgrades. The twin 4 has got to be better than a 4. But how does that compare to a quad? What we got in here now? 2-barrel. Quad is 4 of them, and twins 2 of them. What's the engine in here? I don't know what 378 means. Can we convert that into liters, please? That one's diesel and it's Supreme. That's cool. I'm not gonna blow all my cash on that though. I think we have a big enough engine. That's what I'm gonna say. Although before I say it's big enough, let's see how big the other one is. I like that we can just preview things like this. My one fills the bay. That's cool. Yeah, we're not here to fill the bay. We're here to oversteer. And then make some smart comments about tires. Yeah, this is the carburetor on top. I'm smart enough to know that much. Thank you, Stomach. Let's see what a 4-barrel looks like. Obviously, we're not going to just get that when the other ones aren't that much more. It doesn't actually look bigger, it just looks different. Alright. Twin 4-barrel. My gut instinct is telling me that anything less than a supercharger is just throwing away cash. That looks funny, as in we really need a new hood to use that. Well, this has got to be the performance one, because it forces you to change the bodywork. And it'll probably be loud. I don't think we want that. This car's still... We still want to sell it as being comfortable. Supercharger's also going to require a different hood. Yeah, whatever. If we do get one, it'll just be a stage 1. Sales tax. Would have been under 5,000. There's a carburetor on top of the supercharger. Is that how that works? Can I, like, hop in here and just test the horsepower? No. I wish I could preview that. I don't want to sink too much cash into this thing. What can I do about this? Oh, that's expensive. I don't know if I want a manual transmission. That's not comfortable. How much can I realistically upgrade this car without touching the transmission? Seriously. Not a lot without just tossing away cash. Oh, and then I have to repaint the car. This is just getting worse and worse. I mean, the bulge looks bad from inside the cabin. Just scoop it. Takes away from the comfort, but what are you gonna do? And what intakes can I fit that don't clip through that? Not the supercharger. Interesting. Not that either. So, nothing. Is that going to be enough of an upgrade? Whatever, it'll have to do. Let's mess around with the exhaust or something. Or the long block. We can always come back and do the long block. Swap that to tubular. Hopefully that does something. There's not another option here for the wagon, I don't believe. That would work. Huh. That is so ghetto, though. You don't want to be getting in the backseat of this car anytime it was recently turned on. And you might also get really cut if you don't get really burnt. That's too ghetto. Like, I can't do it. I don't care. It's just a game. It's way extra. Do we upgrade the radiator? Cheap out, and then it's obvious that I needed to do it later. Not about that today. Weight reduction would surely help this thing out, but that's not comfortable. Roll cage. Well, that's the opposite of weight reduction, and that's expensive. Never mind. Who's revving over there? We can't rationalize a spoiler. We might have to swap the transmission around as well. Let's do this upgrade, see how much horsepower this thing has with the carburetor upgrade. 250. We're gonna have to do a swing around the block, see if we're feeling adequate yet. I'm skeptical of that. Not nothing. What was that noise, and why did the car turn off? We've only get 45 FPS on an RTX 2090 or 2090. What the hell? 2080 Super. This car doesn't quite feel adequate. I blame mods. 300 horsepower should be enough. We can get a little more here. We're not trying to upgrade the size of the tires, so it would be too excessive here. Right turn on red. These hills still killing this thing. Which of these dim, narrow alleyways is garage down? Would that high stall torque converter help with the stalling? Or do I need a low stall torque converter for that? I don't know how this works. How'd I get all the way over here? Whatever. Car needs at least 300 horsepower. The computer needs at least 300 horsepower. So we're now down to under 30 at basically 1080p plus resolution. That's embarrassing. And it's making it hard to drive. And it'll probably make the video hard to watch. So I'm gonna have to do a little something about that real quick. Give me a second. Gotta not wreck the car. HU transmission. Not wreck the car, please. Alright. The mod cars are the biggest killer here, unfortunately. I love them and hate turning them off, but... Is it respawning things now? I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to reload. Were we maxing the VRAM? We might have been. It's getting up there. 1080p max 8 gigs. That's crazy. I don't know if we're going to be doing any AI songs today either. I think it's my last day on the subscription for that. Yeah. We're not going to get to keep on that vibe. Not paying for that. I didn't even get to use it this last month. Alright, can I have my FPS now, please? Give it a minute. We are going to put that other thing in here that I was talking about. Oh, I'll know it when I see it. Don't what you worry. Well, we could put nitrous in there. The engine block, that's it. Please be enough stage 1. Man, what does this even cost to put in? That's not going to help us with the oversteering, really. If it does, it'll be effort. What do you got? 300. It'll do. It's what we wanted. Let's get these boxes out of the back, see if there's anything else we can rip out of here. What we got in here? Sure. It's a 3-speed. Well, that's certainly a major issue, isn't it? Didn't realize we were doing that bad. That it was just a sluggish automatic. Remember why I have heavy duty shocks and things. I wonder how much that is limiting the oversteer. Is taking the lettering off weight reduction? Sure. Let's say it could take the roof bars off. Yeah, I know. I actually try to do something a little performance with this. I like the roof bars. Let me get rid of the surfboard, though. Call that a compromise. That's the very definition of compromise. You have something left, but it's no longer functional. Yeah. Alright. Eventually reclaiming. That's not bad. Do need to repaint the car. I'm not driving around with that white hood. Doesn't even adequately look like a beater that way. Is my taste in paint going to change with a different monitor? Not especially. Do we have it in pink? Sure. It's the Valentine's Day car. Why not? We change that transmission. It's bad. 3-speed. Yeah, let's test drive it before we do anything. Does this button, the tailgate glass thing, work? Yeah, it does. Did we stall? Yes. I mean, did cars of this era seriously not have the capacity to just sit there idling? Like, I don't believe that. Let's do some exterior driving. See how this car handles where an average car would oversteer, huh? Let's get it up to like 40, 45. Run the red light. Yeah, that's smart. Not stall, thanks. Alright. No real oversteer. Cool. We got the performance we want. I believe that was a mod car. This thing understeers. Yeah, it's a little slidey. Okay. Yeah, the slow-mo doesn't work in career. I wanted to go in slow-mo and just see how it's leaning around the corners, but I'm afraid we're not doing that. You really need some open corners to do that. We're keeping this transmission. It's good enough. I always laugh that insurance goes down, saying I haven't caused any accidents at the absolute worst times. It's either right as I'm causing an accident or as I'm driving really, really dumb. Oh, you hit a green light. Pardon me for cutting you off, stalling the car, then misjudging the distance and bumping into you, and then struggling with my transmission in front of me. Oh. We gotta go mess with the tires now. I really wish I could tell this GPS to route me to the easy way to drive into the garage. Not the stupid narrow alleyway. You stalled again. Why is that getting worse? Seriously. It's not a maintenance issue. This thing's practically got a new engine in it. Does it stall if I leave it in neutral? Or does it just sound really unhealthy? No, it stalls. Alright, we swapped in the front or the rear tires? I guess the rear tires is what I was... Oh, I gotta think physics. If our theory is that the car leans into the tires, and that stops it from losing grip, would it be more likely to slide if it wasn't able to lean into the front tires or the rear tires? I don't know. We also don't have a sway bar, so it could just be that. So I don't know. Let's leave the rear alone. And heavy duty sway bar. Why does this car have so many heavy duty options? I don't know. Put that in there. Yeah, I know, you sound unhealthy. Ooh, donk options. Ooh. Yeah, but that's not what we're doing right now. Maybe just leave the springs alone. And the shocks? I don't know. Steering box. Power steering change anything? Or quick ratio? If we're trying to drive it like a race car, we're not trying to drift per se. So if we could get a strut here. Well, you can change this. course, that makes it unpainted again. It actually doesn't look terrible in black. Okay, yeah, it does with the rest of the trim and everything. What was I just doing? Brain's already messing with me. Oh, my heart's messing with me a bit too. That's not good. We've only just started what we're doing here. What was I trying to do? I wasn't changing the transmission. I know the tires. I wanted to add a strut under the hood, but I don't know where that option would be. That's what I wanted to do. I don't even know if that's a choice with this car. You're an independent suspension, blah, 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 blah. We're not touching the wheels or anything. I don't know what the equivalent of F7815 is. I mean, 15's the rim size. I mean, what's an E70 versus an F78? Like, I can't even get like a good angle to look at this. And no, I have no idea how the sidewalls or anything are going to compare, so we're just going to have to go based on how it looks. Yeah, it looks lower. It kind of looks lower too. That looks correct-ish. Is a rally or a standard going to be better for the road? Some rally racing is on a road. And then there are specific all-terrains. This is the most direct replacement. It keeps the aesthetic of the car, so let's just put that in there. Let's confirm that we have bias plies. I know we changed more than one factor, but we're not a sciencey scientist over here. Front of the car should be less prone to body roll ever so much. And that looks a little oversteery. Oh, that looks a lot understeery. Oh, that looks like a... It wasn't me, it wasn't me. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Well, we getting some fast driving in now. Go, go, go. I broke something, I think. It's like steering a bit weird. I'm sure it has nothing to do with my unbalanced tires. No, we're very understeery. I did the opposite of what I needed to do. Oh, we're understeery and oversteery, even better. No, that's mostly understeer. No, 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 no. I saw that. That was a mod car in that parking lot. Let's not drive from the wrong camera. Alright, this thing just handles really bad with unbalanced tires. Don't pit me into the pole. Oh, that guy's damaged. He has a grudge. No. My tire. What? You destroy the car and you find me? That's double dipping. And we stalled. And we have to tow to the garage. At least that's free. Did we learn anything today, kids? No, Captain. That's expensive. My paint job is gone. Is that our first actual crash in this series? Maybe we need to tune the tire pressure. This is where I would say tune it up or tune it down, but I don't know. Tune it down. Tune it down. I mean, what is it? Tuned down is better grip. Tuned up is better straight line stability, speed, and less rolling resistance. Is that how tires work? Something like that. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's try to get them equivalent so it's apples to apples. And let's make sure it doesn't look completely flat. That looks mostly flat. How bad does this get? Yeah, you can see that's a straight line on the bottom there. But that's good. I know I'm pushing it too far now. It looks the same to me. Whatever. 20? 20's a good round number. 21's a good not round number. 21 it is. I don't know, Adam. Oh, at least this doesn't cost us anything. Good. I swear that used to. We're just ruining this car, I can tell you. See how this handles, and then realize that we had a very silly experiment. That sounds like our plan for the day. Is this thing louder with the window down? Yeah, I mean, the stalling has given us food for a video title. Quit stalling on the new episode, something like that. So fortunately the hood didn't lose its paint job, so we can just pretend that everything's fine. The mirror's good, the hood's fine. We got our dynamic mirrors turned off, so we don't have to be reminded of our crash. It's understeer. I'm going back to the garage now. Inflating the tires, I'm not sure what I thought I was going to accomplish, but I didn't. Send me over. Get out of the way, green blob. Going the right way into the garage for once. Maybe I'm not. I'm not. Go. Where'd my hubcap go? At least the car automatically turns off too. It can be helpful sometimes. That's expensive. Do I have to? I do. Oh, man. We're burning vouchers on our stupidity arc today. Alright, so our tire thing was a bad idea. Yeah. I don't think that should surprise anybody. Yeah, we're just gonna not swap the rims. That's the wrong button. We're just gonna reverse what we did with the tires. Or maybe put in the non-white wall ones. Yeah, we should be more scientific. It looked like it was a separate material. Do you see that? There's two shades here. It's like a gray and then a black. Do the E70s have that? Yeah. What about standards? Oh, standard tires also have that. I don't know, man. I'm just commenting on what's in front of me. Doesn't mean I understand it. Yeah. Still no rear sway bar. Seems... Oh, there's only a race one? Don't need it. Yeah, we're swapping the tires around. We played the game. We get free cash. Cool. What was I just about to do? I was gonna... Damn it, that distracted me. Ah, make sure that the tires were still tuned to 21. They are. Excellente. Let's see if this thing is still understeer, oversteer king. Or if we're all oversteer. Because we were all understeer with the previous arrangement. But a lot of that could have just been the sway bars. So let's be mindful that the thing could still understeer like crazy. If the tires were not actually the factor affecting things. I'm just assuming based on the theory, so... Let's not assume too much. Because that's just how we're going to end up. Another expensive repair bill. Alright, steer me, car. Didn't understeer. Okay. Actually, I wouldn't say it's understeer or oversteer. I was about to say good steering, but let's not oversell this boat. I really would like to hit these corners with some speed. That was well timed. There's that noise again. Not a happy noise. I need to get this thing back to the tracks. What I need to do. Oh, we driving sketchy. We driving sketchy. What? Staging zone? Oh, I got distracted. What did I break? My hubcap. Oh, but that's what makes me look fancy. Alright, so the bias plies are... Damn it, which one's in the front, which one's in the rear? I can't remember. This thing's a boat. But it's not as bad as it was. I think the plies are in the front now. Oh. Well, we're not going to the track now. I don't even know what that was. An embarrassment about that. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, damn it. Hey, I'm just losing more pink paint the longer this goes on. That sucks. Can I actually fast travel? No. That sucks too. I'm not even confident I can get to the track without destroying the car. Alright, but yeah, pay attention when I corner. It definitely leans into the front corners. So that's probably the bias ply. Let's not pretend we know anything for certain, really. And yeah, I think what I was saying earlier, the reason an off-road vehicle would still use bias, well, we're oversteery. Oh, we are oversteery. Overstally, too. Overstally. That sounds like a good name for an Italian restaurant. Welcome to Overstallies. Oh man, this weird resolution setup really stops me from doing my AI trickery too, because it's a hassle to alt-tab when the game's in full screen exclusive mode. I was gonna make a Overstallies song, but I guess we're gonna go without that. Yeah, this thing leans into those front corners. Off-road vehicles, I could see liking having bias ply tires because it deforms more to the terrain. However, if you're in a lifted vehicle, I feel that you become much more of a tipping hazard if you literally lean into the tires. That just seems like a bad combination there. If you're ever going up to speed on a highway. And you're not an excellent driver. I mean, let's be real. It's probably not going to be significant enough that someone who's used to driving it's going to have a problem. Of course, the hood's dented. The second to last thing still has pink paint. And that's what's going to have to get replaced. Yeah, that still bleeds a lot of speed. Yeah, we gotta take this thing to a street race. We're doing a track lap first. Let's try to not total the car. The headlights are crap. Oh, there's only one of them still good. I only have one working headlight. Yes. And we're in the pits. And it's pitch black outside when I'm trying to drive on the track. Wish you could turn off the day-night cycle in this mod. Maybe you can, I don't know. Can't say I'm enjoying this particular feature. Especially when it bleeds frame rate. Track event start. Oh, I thought I said it's now over. It's now or never. Okay. It started and it's over. Alright, with 300 horsepower, even with wacky tires, we better be able to beat our old time. Whatever it was. Actually, I think this, well, it's been a while now, but having half the tires converted might actually be better. In this way, the other way around, it was atrocious. I wonder why. Just leaning into the back tires. How does that cause understeer? I can't visualize mechanics in my head. I don't have that capacity. I'm sure if you could visualize it, it would make sense. Maybe leaning, oh no, yeah, leaning into the back will pull, it'll pull up on the front of the vehicle, right? So it's removing a grip from the front tires. Does that sound right? And if it's leaning into the front tires, then, well, you'll have more weight on the front tires. It doesn't sound great, but it sounds more usable. It's better contact patch tires than the other way around. It's weight balance. You gotta think about it as weight balance, not just leaning. And alright, this looks really good on a LED, by the way. Yeah, that oversteer. It's pulling weight off the back, which means that when it's trying to put weight down, it kind of works like the oars on a boat, where if you're, you know, it's putting more into one side and it's rotating the vehicle, maybe. I probably need to explain that thought better than I just did. When you're rowing a rowboat, you turn by putting more force into one oar or the other. Puts some of the force sideways, where if you're doing it symmetrical, you're just moving forward. So, I feel like, I mean, I don't know how the differential comes into it, but I feel like cars can work the same way, where you get a little bit of rotation if you're not putting down the force symmetrically into a rear-wheel drive vehicle. Back tires. Oh, we stalled the damn car. I was gonna do another lap. Screw that. So the brakes aren't happy. Why is that blue? What happens if we go that way? Different route. And we're going to get to set a horrible timing because we went the other way, installed, and then turned around. Excellent. Why is that excellent, you ask? Because setting a bad timing as your first timing gets you a full payout. And then it'll be easy to beat. You only get a good payout if you beat your previous best timing. So if you come straight here in a race car and set a really good timing on your first lap, you're screwing yourself. Really, I should have kept that little van to just putsy around all the tracks, get nasty timing. You want me to go which way? Huh? Red? Green? I'm confused. What am I even doing? Which way am I going? The color coding is confusing me. But this doesn't actually feel correct. Why would the last timing be... And we dented the car. And we stalled the car. I don't like this car anymore. Checkpoint 16 of 15. We successfully broke the game. Whee! wasn't a 360. Don't. I tried to do something cool. I got $655 somehow. Sure. Don't question it. Just take it. Alright, what do we do with this vehicle? Do we just sell this thing? We've done our experiment. That's what I wanted to do today. And now I don't know what else to do. I have another build I want to do. And I don't think this thing's going to be suitable for it, so... Oh, now I can do a 360. Yeah, let's keep driving this. I want to go back to the garage. Go in that road. We'll do this drive, maybe get some more time in this, and then we'll see what's available for sale. And we could try just driving it with a good tire upgrade all around. It's an extra level of control. But I'm also bleeding a lot of money repairing this thing over and over, so forgive me if I don't do that. At least it's fake money I'm bleeding. One reason you'll never see me as a car guy in real life. Reason number 2. No, my car goals IRL. Take this from, or take the context that I'm disabled. I've been stuck in a bed for 4 years now. I never really could see well enough to drive even before that. Something that is fixable. So I mean, take all that into context. My goals are to have a vehicle like the new Volkswagen ID Buzz. Hear me out. I didn't say I want that vehicle. Well, what I mean is a large people carrier van type thing. And the first, like, shorter term, we're going to call it a medium term goal, just because it's less long term than that, is to have a career and or social group where that kind of vehicle is warranted. But why I want that is because A, it would imply that I've gained enough confidence and skill in my driving that I'd feel comfortable being responsible for that many people, and that they would, feel confident enough with my driving. And what was B again? There's only an A. Let's say there's only an A. Yeah. It's basically that. It means I'd have a good social career, which meets some of my other goals. And it would mean that I have a level of responsibility that involves driving. Responsibility and skill. Well, I'd be up for that. I want to be the kind of that guy. It's like, yeah, I got the means to just get a whole bunch of people somewhere. Make a big social outing out of a trip. Or just whatever's needed for work, business trip, so on. So, I'm not meaning something like that as a family carrier, I can tell you that. Don't know that I'm ever going to be Mr. Family Man. Despite the Family Guy station wagon. Yeah, I remember that joke. How much? Oh, I said I was going to take this thing in a street race, didn't I? Oh. I mean, we already own the good tires. Let's just slap them in there, yeah. Maybe put the sway bar back in, too. Oh, we didn't have it out. I know what I'm doing. Wait, what? Oh, we bought 2 sets of those, did we? No, ain't that just a kick in the head? Alright, we're the Steel Menace with a pink hood. Ah, this thing doesn't get a cool name. Doesn't deserve it. We'll do the street race, then we'll come back to the garage, and then we'll go shopping. Assuming that I'm around for that long. Stupid fights. We're not breaking even this episode, are we? I don't know, what's this thing worth? And how do I get another garage? Oh. That's actually way more valuable than I was expecting. Okay. No, drive it into the ocean. That is not what we're doing today. We want the street race. I'm not sure I have the confidence for that one. Basic race or pipeline drive, however. Let's start basic. Pretty basic. The game's paused. I knew that. Oh, this transmission. Yeah, it's just a nightmare. I know this thing would drive so much better if I took the auto out. I know. Still not gonna do it. 300 horsepower and a 3-speed. We doing it. Just pump the engine full of power to compensate for the trash. And yeah, my heart's acting up, my neck's hurting. Not doing excellent myself, so this may be the finale of the episode. I don't know if I'm gonna make it back to multi-hour episodes. Unless we've already been recording for multiple hours, but I don't think we have, so. I hate that this frame rate's low. Hopefully this race will reset the time of day. Don't hit that. I can't take the nighttime driving, which drops me to 30 FPS. Bad. You gonna stall? Oh, come on. Just creep into this circle. Ridiculous car. It already stalled again. Early noon. Let's add a third car, just because, I don't know. Because I can't leave things as they are, and that's why. This race really isn't tuned for more than the 2 cars. You don't get much. I mean, it's not a very long race. You don't get time to actually pass the cars. But in theory, 300 horsepower versus these, we should be able to do this. This car and its driver are really lacking if I can. Hi. Car. Don't. Come on. I mean, we didn't put sporty tires in here, but we should be fine. Might get second. I mean, we're certainly not in a different performance class than the Comets, are we? At least we're getting more vouchers. Let's try it with just the 2 cars. May I have my pop-up for the race, please? No. Not driving the Covet. Ow. That was not a good feeling in my neck. Ow. Of course, I'm testing out a bunch of pillows again. I don't learn the lesson. And the old pillow is real. It's hell, but it's a hell I've adapted to it. It's the worst kind. That was a clean overtake. Use the acceleration to help steer. Not drift or steer or anything like that. Keep it clean. Clean. That is definitely not what I meant to do. I'm gonna have to try again. That's bad form. I didn't know the front of the car was that far in front of me. I don't know about getting that time. That implies the base Covet is a better vehicle. If you're expected to hit that with the default vehicle, and I can't with this. Yeah. I mean, is this thing 3 times the weight of a Covet? It might be up there. Body on frame, big boat, huge long wheelbase. Sorry. Yeah. Alright, well, it was his fault that time. I mean, those are what, 1,700 pounds? I don't know what 3 times that would be, but this thing's probably creeping up on 5,000 pounds. Oh, I think we just ran that red light, good chaps. Oh, I know we've run this one. Uh-oh. That could have gone worse. Hi. We lost. Womp womp. We'll just try this one. I'm not confident. We can't reliably beat the Covets. This is a bad car. So much of that is that transmission. I really wish the car would start turned on. I win by default if you're bad drivers. The only way I'm gonna win. Gotta be real distracting so they're looking in their rearview mirror the whole time. They actually are bad drivers. Oh, he's pretty badly damaged, isn't he? Oh no. Well, we're all in good company, aren't we? Dope. like a track's like, I suppose. Why is he swerving like that? Oh no. At least I'm not the only one playing dirty, huh? They see me rolling, riding. Controlling our Moonhawk. Problem is, when he's not up there competing with anyone, he's more likely to drive well. Yeah, or not. Yeah. So he's got some good acceleration in that thing. He doesn't have a 3-speed to deal with. What were the actual muscle cars like with 3-speed automatics? Did that just, even with the big, huge engines, completely cripple them? Or what? Or could they just be tuned that they would be really good up until about like 60 miles an hour? I'm sure you could tune these transmissions and just, if you're willing to accept limits like that. Look at him going off the road over there. About 10 seconds off. Yeah. Collide with other racers at least 5 times. I can do that. Maybe. If they're reachable. I mean, I can do it. I just don't think I can finish in a good position doing that. Uh-oh. My hubcap. Oh no. That was a failure. It's not just the Drive Reckless challenge. You have to hit the other cars. Maybe I should have there be more opponents. What the hell? We are getting a little oversteery today. It's more oversteery on the all normal tires. I guess you're just bleeding speed leaning into anything. Hey, let me tap that real quick. About 5 times. You heard the man. I don't think I got my 5 times. Uh-oh. That's bad. It's dark. We're not finishing this one. I'm scared if we don't restart first, we're gonna be coming out of this with a damaged car, so let's do it that way. How do you buy a garage, huh? I don't know. Let's just get teleported here. And I gotta cut the recording. My heart's crapping out like that car. So, yeah. Good episode, everyone. Give you a goodbye and a good riddance. And off to wherever I go. Take care. Did I say take care? Give me my OBS. Goodbye.